This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, Secretary of State Shenna Bellows has moved the case for former President Trump being on Maine's primary ballot to Maine's highest court after appealing Maine's Superior Court's ruling to withhold a decision.
On Wednesday, Superior Court Justice Michaela Murphy decided to withhold a ruling until the U.S. Supreme Court issues a decision in the state of Colorado's case in order to provide consistency and avoid voter confusion. Today, Secretary Bellows appealed that decision, requesting the case move to Maine Supreme Judicial Court to seek review. Her statement reads in part, quote, "I know both the constitutional and state authority questions are of grave concern to many. This appeal ensures that Maine's highest court has the opportunity to weigh in now before ballots are counted, promoting trust in our free, safe, and secure elections," end quote. Secretary Bellows' full statement will be on our website, foxbangor.com.
In other news, a Vassalboro man is being charged with manslaughter in the death of a woman near a campfire. 31-year-old Travis Mitchell was arrested around 7 o'clock last night. He was indicted in the Kennebec County grand jury on Thursday for his alleged role in that fire that killed 46-year-old Liza Bragg of Albion in May of 2023.
Bragg was burned while she was standing next to Mitchell as he attempted to start that fire. Other people with her at the campsite called 911. She was taken to a local hospital and then transported to Maine Medical Center in Portland, where she died from her injuries. Mitchell was taken to the Kennebec County Jail, where he posted bail, and he is scheduled to appear in court in April.
Police have arrested a suspect in connection with a robbery at a Waterville convenience store. Around 11 o'clock this morning, 42-year-old Casey Glidden of Vassalboro was arrested and charged with robbery. Officers were called to the Big Apple convenience store on Elm Street just after 7 p.m. on Wednesday. The person who allegedly robbed the store had already fled with an undisclosed amount of cash by the time they arrived. Glidden was unable to pay the $2,500 cash bail. She's being held at the Kennebec County Jail.
In other news, a fast-moving fire displaced a young couple from their home in Newport Friday morning. Our Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
Crews were called to 76 Rutland Road after receiving word from a passerby that the upper half of the house was engulfed in flames.
We received the call around 9:30 this morning for a working building fire, fire showing from the second floor.
The cause of the fire still remains under investigation. Deputy Fire Chief LeBarn says no one was home at the time of the fire. Newport Fire and surrounding communities focused a lot of their effort on the second level, battling the flames as best as they could. Now knocked down, crews check around the home for hot spots. Deputy Fire Chief LeBarn says the second floor is a total loss and they're still assessing damage on the first floor. Michaela Peasley and her boyfriend Matt live in the residence. After receiving a call from her boyfriend to come home, all Michaela could think about were her dogs.
And the only thing coming down, I was just praying that the dogs are okay, because that's the only thing that I cared about.
The couple's 3 dogs were trapped inside the house at the time, but then some good news.
As soon as I heard that there was 2 of the 3 coming out, and the first one I saw was my black Brady dog, I don't even have a word for it. Like, I don't think I've ever had that emotion.
Peasley says she deeply appreciates the firefighters for helping her out during this difficult time.
They've all been very nice, very patient, understanding that it's a hard thing for us, but I can't put into words how grateful I am for them.
In Newport, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Wow, just a tough loss for that home, but just so great to see them reunited with their animals there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think she said 2 of the 3, so we're not sure what happened with all of them, but at least we saw 2 of them coming out there. Both of us with an emotional reaction there, being pet parents.
Absolutely.
All right.
Moving on now, since the 19th century, Pickering Square in downtown Bangor has seen a multitude of changes, and now there are plans to change it once again, this time with the goal of making it a, quote, usable space for the whole community. According to the city's landscape architect, Jeff Davis, renovations began well before 2016 when they revamped the public parking garage and the transit center, along with reconfigurations to the surrounding area. Now, Davis and the engineering department are looking to begin the final steps of this multi-year project.
The bid process usually takes a month, and then we'll select a contractor, and we hope to start, sometime early spring, mid-spring, and work through the summer and fall to complete the entire project.
The square will include more seating, lighting, native trees and shrubs such as annuals and perennials, and public art displays that can feature multiple pieces throughout the year. While Davis looked at how other parks utilize their space for inspiration, he says public input was a driving force behind creating the square's design.
If you just design with only one group of people in mind, it doesn't work for the whole community. You really want the community out there telling you what they want to see.
Davis says the project is expected to be complete by 2025.
Well, tens of millions of Americans are in the path of another quick-hitting winter storm system. The Mid-Atlantic and parts of the Northeast are expected to be the most affected. Those areas still reeling from massive snow and bone-chilling cold earlier this week. The harsh weather and treacherous road conditions resulting in at least 45 deaths from across more than a dozen states. The Buffalo Bills once again asking for help shoveling snow inside Highmark Stadium ahead of Sunday's playoff game. The Western New York region has been hit with 5 feet of snow this week alone.
Wow, just astounding numbers there.
Yeah, and I can, going to school in Syracuse, there was that sort of unspoken snow bowl where,
Right.
It was sort of a contest between Rochester, Buffalo, and Syracuse of who would get hit the most.
Right.
And when I was in Syracuse won. That was one of the 2 times where the campus shut down because there was so much snowfall.
Wow.
But I got to tell you, it was a squeaker on more than one occasion. Plenty of snow falling in that region.
Yeah, absolutely. I can imagine that area gets hit so hard. And meanwhile, here in Maine, we've been kind of hoping for more
Clamoring
snow.
for more snow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast on that note.
Thank you so much, Beth and Peter. And oh boy, it was cold out there once again. Temperatures were near 0 degrees, even slightly below 0 degrees in some spots. So another cold start to the day today. The cold temperatures are going to be lasting the next couple of days, not only here in Maine, folks, but look at this. All the way down south, that cold air made its way down into the Atlanta area, all the way to the Gulf Coast. New Orleans, just 2 days ago, they were in the 30s. Can you believe that? Dallas, Texas, still in the 30s right now. So very cold temperatures are still all over the country. Another cold start to the day tomorrow. We're looking at single digits once again all over the states, right by the coast. Not too bad. Check this out, 11 degrees closer to the coast. Of course, by the ocean, things are going to be slightly warmer. Other than that, not too bad. Good amount of clouds out there, but we did see a good amount of sunshine as well, with those cold temperatures still sticking around. For tonight, though, folks, we're going to continue to cool off. Temperatures once again will be in the single digits with a light breeze. Beth and Peter?
Wowzers. Alrighty.
Yeah, I think we both just went, ooh, yikes. All right, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, hundreds of new housing units are being built in the city of Bangor. We spoke with the city's Director of Community and Economic Development.
And we'll have a preview of the GOP primary election in New Hampshire. Those stories and more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
At Warren Financial, your financial goals are our priority. Your financial plan may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy. That's why the financial planner you choose is so important.
Plan your future with Warren Financial. Visit warrenfinancialplan.com or call 573-1825.
Your trusted partner in wealth management.
Healing Hands Massage in Hamden provides professional massage services tailored specifically for our clients. Healing Hands Massage offers a variety of different massage techniques and services. Healing Hands Massage also offers spa services such as facials, body scrubs, and paraffin wax for the hands and feet. Are you looking for a day of relaxation? Healing Hands Massage offers outstanding packages at reasonable rates. Whether you're looking for relief from chronic pain, stiffness, or just want to treat yourself to a day of relaxation, Healing Hands Massage is the place for you.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
D.A. Pearson Heating Oil, Electrify Maine, Healing Hands Massage, Huff Power Sports, Katahdin General Store, and Ye Old General Store.
Is that a new generator at your house?
Yep, a Generac automatic standby generator from Valley Home Services. They just installed it. Wished I'd done it sooner.
Comes on automatically?
Yep, no more standing out in the cruddy weather tugging on a rope to start.
Powers your well pump?
Does the whole house. You can come over next time the power goes out. I went with Valley because they'll service and maintain it.
What's the number? I want my own.
Here you go. Call Valley Home Services to install a Generac automatic standby generator for your home today.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. The cost of buying a home in Maine is up. Maine Listings says the average price of a single-family home rose more than 6% in December compared to the same month last year. Now, the average price is rocking around $350,500. And the president of the Maine Association of Realtors, Paul McKee, says, quote, throughout Maine, real estate markets continue to be impacted by increased interest rates and sellers' ongoing reluctance to list due to the supply-demand issues the industry is experiencing. This, in turn, prolongs the shortage of homes available for sale, end quote. Oxford County saw the biggest price increase at more than 15%. Hancock County came in second with more than 13%. So that issue not getting any less complicated anytime soon.
Absolutely not. And sticking on the topic of housing, hundreds of new housing units are currently under construction in Bangor in order to meet high demand. I spoke to the city's Director of Community and Economic Development to learn more.
We have a lot of units under construction.
From a tiny home park to affordable senior living complexes and several market-rate housing developments, the city of Bangor has recently approved 10 construction projects that will collectively bring 359 new housing units to the city. Director of Community and Economic Development Ann Krieg says it's part of the city's efforts to attract more people to live and work in Bangor.
Our larger employers, like the hospital and other employers, are saying it really affects their recruitment when they hire people at all levels, all salary levels, to be able to find housing quickly.
Among the latest approved projects is a brand new development on a 4-acre parcel of land along Sunset Avenue that formerly belonged to the University of Maine at Augusta. The school agreed to sell that unused land to Bangor Housing.
You know, we're looking at all of these pockets of property that have been vacant for a long time, but they're in a great location to try to say, hey, what can we do with this?
All 10 housing projects are expected to be completed this year. To learn more about housing progress in the city of Bangor, click the link in this story on our website, foxbangor.com.
All right, well, now to the race for the White House. The New Hampshire primary is just 4 days away, and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is ramping up her attacks on her former boss in the hopes of a strong second-place finish.
Meanwhile, the former president remains the current Republican frontrunner. ABC's Morgan Norwood is in New Hampshire.
In the final push to the New Hampshire primary, Donald Trump and Nikki Haley trading jabs, Haley leaning into Trump's age.
Do we really want to have two 80-year-olds running for president when we've got a country in disarray and a world on fire?
Trump telling voters Haley doesn't have what it takes to run the country.
She's not going to make it. She has no chance.
Trump continues to dominate over Nikki Haley in New Hampshire, the former UN ambassador hoping to appeal to Granite State Republicans as an alternative to Trump. And when it comes to key issues, like most Republicans nationally, a Monmouth University Washington Post poll shows New Hampshire's likely GOP voters care about immigration, the economy, and foreign policy, a priority, Haley says, if elected president.
As president, my top priority would be how do we prevent war, how do we protect Americans, and how do we make sure we have a strong national security. You do that by getting in front of issues. You don't wait until the issues happen to you.
And as the primary season approaches, Trump meanwhile picking up an endorsement from former GOP contender Tim Scott, Haley backed by New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu. And as for Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who placed in a distant second to Trump in Iowa, he admits his strategy is to hold on until South Carolina in hopes that Haley will drop out, and then shaping the race as a showdown with Trump. And Nikki Haley is holding a rally right here in Manchester later today. Trump also has an event, as for DeSantis. He's set to speak with voters during a town hall before heading off to South Carolina. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Still ahead on ABC 7 News at 6, Black Bear Cinemas in Orono has one door to rule them all.
And in sports, Maine women's basketball is out to a hot start. How they feel they can take home the conference crown. That story coming up.
So I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but U.S. Cellular has a new deal where you can get any phone for free. Seriously, wow.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
Get any phone free when you switch.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Hello, fellow flyers. I'm the Savvy Traveler, here to share the secrets of convenience at Bangor International Airport. Parking, you're steps away from the terminal. Inside, even more conveniences. And friendly, efficient security. All of these make BGR the official airport of you. Remember, the Savvy Travel through Bangor International Airport. Flybangor.com.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota Equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, with professional-grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right, all backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
So I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but U.S. Cellular has a new deal where you can get any phone for free. Seriously, wow.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
Get any phone free when you switch.
Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start with some college hoops. With their win last night over UMBC, Maine women's basketball improved to 4-0 to start conference play. Their top two stars, Ann Simon and Adriana Smith, and ever-changing role players are leading the way for the Black Bears. Ryan Sudol has more in this week's Hardwood Spotlight.
I can't complain, but we know it's a long season, so we just have to bring it each game.
Well, if Maine women's basketball continues what they're doing now, there's not much America East can do to stop them. 4-0 to start conference play.
We've had some tough lapses on defense that we've really been focusing on. I think our defense has picked it up in those moments when we needed it to.
What was seen as a struggle heading into conference is now one of their biggest strengths. 63 opponent points per game has turned into just 48.
Just trying to make our opponents uncomfortable, take them out of what they like to do and try and have them do other things.
We knew that our defense last year wasn't good and we had to be better in order to get to the end goal.
Just as big is the duo of Ann Simon and Adriana Smith. Between the two of them, they have 7 America East Player of the Week awards this year.
Sometimes it's hard when you have 2 great players to find rhythm with each other along with the rest of the team, and I think they've done a great job with that.
With Simon's injury last year, this is the first full season the two have had together, and it's contributing heavy to both of their successes.
Last season, I just figured out my role on this team when she was injured, and then she's always known her from when she was a freshman, and now we're just merging together, and I think it's a really good recipe for success.
Adding to that recipe is the Black Bears' ever-changing number 3 player on the court, a scouting nightmare for their opponents.
You just never know who is going to have the night, but you know that there's people ready to step up and do their thing.
And even now, the Black Bears know that if they stay consistent, their first America East title in 5 years is near.
We got a long way to go before that, but if we keep taking it one day at a time, we'll hopefully put ourselves in the best position for that to happen.
That's what everything has been, and that's why our graduates came back, so that's what we're working to do, and I think we can do it.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, let's stay with some basketball now. It is a big night down in Boston. The Celtics are putting their 20-game home win streak on the line as they welcome the defending champion Denver Nuggets. Boston currently has the best record in the NBA after 41 games, so exactly halfway through the season, they sit at 32-9 and are unbeaten in TD Garden. New additions Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday have really gelled with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown seemingly right away. And after their win on Wednesday night over the Spurs, here's what Joe Mazzulla had to say about what their mindset needs to be in the second half of the season.
We have to stay in the space of we're really good, but we could lose any game, and we got to be really hard on ourselves. And so it's annoying to be super critical of yourself, but we got to do that. Just hold each other accountable. Doesn't mean that there won't be tough times. 41 games left. We've got a ton of tough games coming up, so I don't expect it to go our way in these next 41, but I do expect us to just stay the course.
All right, certainly some bright things ahead for the Celtics. That's all the time we have for sports, though. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, Tyler. Our main weather is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks, the nice car and truck people. And of course, might want to go out there and buy yourself a car with these cold temperatures we got going on. Crank up that heat. 21 degrees here in town earlier today, 23 by the coast, Rockland, Bar Harbor, Machias. They were all in those low to mid 20s. But look at this. Low to mid-teens up north Greenville. It was cold outside with a lot of snow on the ground. Some places over a foot of snow. It just feels like winter. Now, cold temperatures going to stick around next several days. It's going to warm up, that push of warmer air. Then cooler weather starts to make its way back south. Not for long, though. 30s will be back by next week all over the region. New York City, say goodbye to all of that snow you've been having. Finally broke a record of over 700 days without an inch or more of snow. That is long gone. This is their 3rd system where they've had over an inch of snow in just a matter of the last week and a half. For us, we live in Maine. We're used to snow. We're used to the cold temperatures as well. It's going to be well below average tomorrow into Sunday, and then finally starts to warm up Monday, Tuesday, a little bit cooler by Wednesday, like I mentioned, and then, oh boy, look at this, surprise, surprise, 40s are back by middle to end of next week especially, so much warmer air will be back in the region. Now, New York City getting in on a little bit of snow once again, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., upstate New York, Connecticut, same story for us. We're missing out on this system, but the clouds are definitely in the region. Did see lots of clouds out there today. Couple of peaks of sunshine, of course, with those colder temperatures. Did feel a little bit nicer, but overall, though, it was definitely cloudy throughout the day. It feels like winter, though, right? 4 to 5 inches of snow here in town. Doesn't show anything by the Millinocket area, but they are closer to 8, 9 inches on the ground. And then by Greenville, some places are well over a foot of snow on the ground. So, yes, it definitely is January. We live in Maine. We are definitely used to that. Light winds out there as well, anywhere between a 5 to 15 mile per hour breeze. Not too bad though by the coast. Check out Bar Harbor, Machias. They're all pretty much hovering at 5, 6 mile per hour sustained winds. Those winds will continue to stay light. There will be a little bit more on the breezy end, especially Saturday nights into those morning hours on Sunday, but still not too bad there. But with these cold temperatures, it's going to feel extra cold. 2 degrees overnight tonight, folks. Partly cloudy skies and a light breeze. It's just going to feel like we're at 10 below by the morning hours. For tomorrow, though, 20 degrees, kind of like today, mainly cloudy skies, a couple of flurries here and there possible. Other than that, we're going to stay mainly dry. Our extended forecast outlook does show 30s making a return starting Monday, and then more chances of snow by Wednesday. Beth and Peter?
All righty, Conrad. Thanks so much.
And we will be right back.
CEM DP Porter Contractors have been in business for more than 40 years. We have recently added an electrical division to further be of service to our loyal customers. CEM specializes in design build for commercial and residential projects. Whether you need help with older construction, new build-outs, or electrical services, CEM has you covered. CEM is currently hiring for all positions. We offer competitive pay as well as great benefits. To inquire about employment or construction, please reach out to 848-7486 or visit CEMMaine.com.
For the first time, the Maine Association of Broadcasters named a television station of the year for excellence. ABC7 and Fox 22 are honored to be the very first station awarded this achievement.
Save 50% off already low prices at the Label Shopper Winter Madness Sale. All the designers you love right now for even lower prices. 50% off. Stop in today and save. Label Shopper. Great clothes, great prices.
Create the perfect spaces in your home for 2024 at the Furniture Gallery. Entertain in style this year with a new dining set. Have room for everyone on movie nights with a big sectional and extra seating. Feel more rested with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar. Celebrate the new year with unbeatable values during our New Year blowout sale. Save up to 60% on clearance items here at the Furniture Gallery. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. Happy New Year from our family to yours. The Furniture Gallery, in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
People ask me all the time, does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Tonight, with new storm alerts across the country, what to expect. Plus, the Red Sea crisis as tensions spread in the Middle East region. More Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back. There have been some recent reports from other media outlets that those humorous phrases on Maine DOT traffic signs may be going away. So our David Ledford went to get some answers and found that that isn't necessarily the case.
I think there's a way you can be safe and smile at the same time.
The Federal Highway Administration has issued new guidelines stating that messages with obscure or secondary meanings, such as those with pop culture references or ones intended to be humorous, should not be used on electronic road signs. But Maine DOT Commissioner Bruce Van Note says he's hoping for the humor to stick around.
We like using them. We'll have to review the guidance more and figure out what we can and can't do. We think it's a potentially effective tool with safeguards to get across basic safety measures in a way that's not preachy, but it's a little humorous.
And those we spoke with seem to agree.
I think the signs are awesome. They add a little bit of humor while reminding people to stay safe.
Don't bother me one bit to see that stuff. Makes me laugh.
I would say it's good advice a lot of the time and gets people to think twice.
They warn you of things of hydroplaning, texting and driving, drinking and driving.
However, Van Note says the FHA believes humorous signs could be misunderstood or distracting to drivers.
That's not something that they want those signs to be used for.
Any changes to what can be shown on the signs would not take effect for another 2 years. And in the meantime, Van Note says those messages aren't going anywhere.
It's 2 years from now. It may not be mandatory. It may be guidance. And so it's too early to tell exactly what's going to change. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Van Note says the department does not use humorous messages during severe weather or poor traffic conditions. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Glad to hear they're not going anywhere, at least for now, because I really like them.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
All right, well, finally tonight, Black Bear Cinemas in Orono now has one door to rule them all. The theater is bringing back showings of the Lord of the Rings trilogy for a 3-week event. And to celebrate, they brought to life a piece of the films, a door from a Hobbit house. Anyone stopping by will step through a handmade recreation of the exterior of the character's home before finding their seat.
We just want to do something exciting for the movie, and we decided to make a Hobbit door. We just feel like the movie should be very exciting, right? Less kind of chain-like, more like you come and it's artsy and it's, you know, it feels more personal.
Those who don't feel like crouching can instead use a human-sized door. The event kicks off today with The Fellowship of the Ring, which will play for a full week. The 2 sequels will each play for a week following. Visitors who watch all 3 movies and show their tickets as proof will be entered into a drawing for a chance to win a Lord of the Rings themed prize. I think it's just a great immersive way to get fans involved.
It's definitely a fun touch there, although a little challenging for super tall people.
Exactly.
All right, that's it for us, folks. Good night.
Good night, everyone.